डॉक्टर संजीव कुमार जी। डॉक्टर
JB.
संजीव।
Honorable Chairperson, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate in the discussion on National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research Amendment Bill 2021 on behalf of YSRCP of Andhra Pradesh. I thank Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Y. Jagan Mohan Reddy sir, for promoting me to this August house. Sir, there are many problems plaguing pharmaceutical education and research in India, and fortunately, we have a great visionary leader in Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, who brought historical changes in Indian polity, and I wish pharmacy education in India sees international standards with his blessings. Sir, with tributes to late Sri Mahadeva Lal Shroff, the father of Indian pharmacy education, I begin my speech. Sir, at the outset, we support the bill, but we have few suggestions. Sir, COVID crisis made it abundantly clear that pharmaceutical research is the need of the hour. I thank the medical faculty who played a key role in helping the nation tide over the crisis. Researchers, pharmaceutical industry also played a key role. Though we failed to supply adequate medical oxygen to the hospitals in right time, our committed doctors, nurses, and frontline government staff, they have done a wonderful job. Varki Shatakoti Vandanalu. After learning costly lessons from COVID, we should revisit our strategies of medical care and set new goals. The lessons which we learned during the crisis were, number one, the rural healthcare infrastructure should be improved. Number two, oxygen carrying cryogenic tanks should be procured in large numbers. Though our industrial oxygen was in abundant quantities, we failed to deliver oxygen because we were lacking in cryogenic tankers. The third lesson we learned from COVID is that we need to boost up pharmaceutical research in India. Sir, we tried many drugs during COVID crisis, but most of them were withdrawn from the clinical practice. So research is the key, sir, to face any future crisis. We should also be ready to tackle any future chemical or biological sabotage. Sir, when we look at the status of pharmaceutical education and research in India, things are not encouraging. There are nearly 2,800 pharmacy colleges in India, which train about 2,70,000 students every year. Presently, India has about 8 lakh pharmacists, whereas USA has 3 lakhs pharmacies. Sir, our share in world pharma business is just 3%. By volume, we are at 3rd position in the world, but by value, we are at 14th position in the world. It means that we have huge volume, but less value. Comparatively, USA value of pharma business is 60%. Sir, we are supplying generic drugs to 200 countries. We are giving more drugs to the world, but earning less. For example, we supply 1 lakh tablets and earn only 10,000 rupees. This is because we are leaders in bulk drug production, whereas we are far behind in innovation of new drugs. Sir, it is astonishing to note that in the past 35 years, we have given only 14 drugs to the world. India has given only 14 drugs to the world, whereas USA has given 300 new drugs to the world in just 5 years. So we have designed very few drugs and we have very few patents. This is a very critical point we should take care of. Though India is called the pharmacy of the world, our earnings are meager. This is because our pharma economy is labor-driven. It is not knowledge-driven economy. Sir, there are many positive features in the bill that are likely to strengthen the 7 NIPERs. Our first NIPER situated in Punjab, which was declared as National Institute of Importance by the Principal Act of 1998. Likewise, the present bill intends to classify 6 other NIPERs situated at Ahmedabad, Hazipur, Kolkata, Guwahati and Raebareli as institutes of national importance. This is a welcome measure, sir. And likewise, through this bill, Government of India wants to establish a central council to monitor the activities of 7 NIPERs. This is also a welcome measure. The central council shall guide the institutions with regards to course duration, admission standards, staff recruitment, fee structure, examinations, and all others. The bill intends to reduce the number of members of governing bodies from 23 to 12. This is supposedly for rationalization. We welcome all these amendments, sir, but we have few suggestions to make. Sir, we need to look at the recommendations of the Standing Committee on Chemicals and Fertilizers. Myself being the member of that committee, the report was submitted on August 4th this year, sir. First point made by the committee was social justice. Sir, the slogan Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas should be translated into reality. It is not just sloganeering, sir. Sir, in the Principal Act mandates at least one SC or ST person in the Board of Governors of 7 NIPADs. This point is missing the present amendment bill, sir. It appears that Sabka Saath and Sabka Prayas is gone from your slogan. The committee suggested that 3 MPs to be nominated to the council who should have prior experience in medical fields. That is also a welcome measure, sir. If possible, that should be followed strictly. And also the committee suggested that